The Giles School acknowledges that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples.
The Giles School acknowledges that the City of Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit and the Williams Treaties signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands.
Welcome back, students. As you may know, in school on November 11th, we have Remembrance Day. Remembrance Day is commemorated on November 11th each year and marks the end of World War I in 1918. It may also be commonly known as Armistice Day. The intention of the day is to remember the fallen on both sides in the Great War. In Canada, Remembrance Day is a public holiday and federal statutory holiday. We will be commemorating the day with a rendition of The Last Post, and we will be holding a school silence in respect for the fallen.
Now you'll hear a joint reading of the poem In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields is a war poem in form of a rondeau, written during the First World War by Canadian physician Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. He was inspired to write it on May 3, 1915, after presiding over the funeral of friend and fellow soldier Lieutenant Alex Helmer.
In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. Nous sommes les morts, il y a quelques jours encore. Nous vivions, sentions l'aube, avons vu le coucher du soleil. Nous aimions et étions aimés, et maintenant nous reposons dans les champs de Flandre. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we grow. The torch be ours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
This month's podcast shout-out goes to Mr. Nimrod for working so hard. He is always finding time to help others, students, and teachers included.
Our other shout-out goes to Elias in grade 6. Thank you for being very kind, supporting, and respectful to other peers. He's always smiling, even underneath the mask, and he keeps everyone's spirits up.
In this podcast, we are going to be talking about our first few weeks back to school. This podcast will focus mainly on grades 5 and 6. Later podcasts are going to feature other grade groups, so you will all have the chance to take part.
We will be discussing good news and highlights from the student survey.
Highlights from the student survey.
First on the list is Halloween. It is a spirit day, so make sure to show off your best costumes. Myself and Natalie have a surprise costume that hopefully everyone will find funny, and we can't wait to see what the teachers come as too.
Students have let us know some of the class initiatives going on around school.
In science, grade 5s and 6 are learning more about the brain, and as young people with developing brains, it's been really interesting so far. Did you know that the hippocampus stores all of your brain's information, and it's also a mythical animal in the book Percy Jackson?
In math, we have been revising for quizzes and tests. We are all looking forward to seeing how we all progress this term. We have covered bedmass and order of operations. One person said, I am the technology entrepreneur, and I am going to make a video for the talent show.
That's awesome. Another student said that they are the World Bike Day leader, as well as being in a group of tech entrepreneurs for Miss Emily's leadership class. Students will have a chance to organize and lead a group of other students in their class project.
Most students from the survey said that they are going to be working on 2 leadership projects. One project is the school newspaper. The other is the recess games organizer. Their job is to make sure nobody is left out during recess.
If you see someone playing alone during recess time, stop and talk to them to see how they are. Find out if they need a friend to talk to.
Try to spread kindness next time you are in the yard during recess. You never know. You might make someone's day a little brighter. Now we are moving on to sharing the experiences from students during the first few weeks of school. One new student said,
I'm in love with the school. Everything is so different. My classmates are extremely polite and they have lots of empathy for each other. I'm also really happy about classes and everything we've learned. Thank you, students, for being so welcoming.
The vast majority of grade 5 and 6 said that they are most excited to see their friends and how great it is to get back together again.
Online just wasn't the same.
Yeah, you're right, Nathra.
And to wrap things up, here's the quote of the day. Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward. Safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. And that's by my favorite princess, Princess Diana.
Thank you for listening to the Giles podcast. See you next time.